How you doing, guys? I'm back out again. I'm back up in the Crianlarich Munros. I've still got another 4 of these to tick off. Hopefully I'm going to get 2 of them today. The plan is to get An Caisteal, or An Caisteal and Caisteal, which is sitting at 950, no it's not, sitting at 995 metres high. And then behind that, to the south, is Chroin, or Chroin, however you want to pronounce it, and that's sitting at 942 metres high, I believe it is. So that's the plan for today. The weather forecast predicted different conditions than what I'm experiencing just now, but that's a good thing, because the prediction was for 25 to 35 mile/hour winds with a wind chill factor of -12. I'm looking at the clouds now and they're not moving hardly, so I think that stands in good stead. But it is cold, sitting at -2 at the moment at ground level here, so who knows what it's going to be up there. As you can see, this mist is still forming, but anyway, let's press on. So I'm up at this gate at the moment, and the route I'm taking, I'm swinging a right, which is southeast, southwest. So at this gate, hanging southwest, I'm heading towards the summit of Sron Garbh, which is 709 metres. So once I'm up there, I've pretty much broke the back of it. Only got 200 metres up and down of a climb between the 2 Munros. So yeah, swinging right here, Sron Garbh, and that should start you off on a good steading. I'm already starting to see the peaks behind me, some with the snow on top of them. Absolutely stunning. I can't wait until I'm up there, because the pressure is high and the visibility should be really good. But let's press on. That's me nearing the summit of Sron Garbh. It's absolutely amazing now. Just as I come across that little crest there, I could see over to the west and all the Munros there. And just over behind the camera is Beinn, which I climbed in the middle of last year. To my left, we've got Beinn and Beinn. Oh, it is a crisp wind now. The time to pop the hat back on, because the temperature is dropping. Maybe we will get those extreme minus temperatures up here. Wow. That is me at the summit of that wee marker I keep talking about, is Sron Garbh. I've just got a better view now of An Caisteal. My goodness, that's still some climb to go, and there are some ice patches up there. I can see loads of snow near the summit, and as you can hear, this wind is picking up and the sun is going to be right in my face as soon as I get to the top of that Munro. Let me get you out the wind. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pull on my wee micro spikes. I'm going to fire my goggles on because that sun and this wind, it would really benefit. I would really benefit from the goggles being on and my snood. So that's what I'm going to do, and then head on and get to the top of this one, the first Munro of the day. My God, it's not until you're back on the hills that you just remember how big they are. Benmore, excuse me, with Benmore and Beinn over there, I don't remember them being that big. Whew. There we go, let's do it. Just got a wee break from the wind in this little dip in the hill. I'm at 875 metres, so I've still got, what's that, 120 metres of height to go. And remember at the bottom where I said, oh, those clouds don't look like they're moving? I'll tell you what, they are shifting now. It'll be interesting to see what my little thermometer's reading on my bag when we get to the top. But definitely that wind chill is going to bring the temperature right down. I really wanted to put the drone up at the top of here, however I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see. So that is me just summited An Caisteal, or An Caisteal, the castle, 995 metres. I've not hung around on the top there because the wind is really picking up, and behind the camera you can see it's starting to get grey, the clouds starting to descend. So I'm going to press on to make sure I get Chroin in the bag and I get these two ticked off. I'm glad that I've came up today because the forecast for weather, or the wind yesterday, was between 50 and 60 miles an hour, and today it's 25 to 35 miles an hour. So there has been gusts, especially on that western side of the hill, but hopefully I'll be protected and I can get these two, or sorry, this one in the bag, this Chroin. I've got to drop down about 200 and odd metres, and then I'll be climbing up that little zigzag part and then over to the summit of Chroin, and then I'll be getting off the hill and back via the River Falloch. That's the route. So I've been on the go as well for about 3 hours. Stopping to do bits to camera, so I would say take 45 minutes off that. That's 2 hours 15 of decent climbing, and decent conditions will get you to the summit of that from the lay-by. That's enough waffle, let's press on and get Beinn Chroin in the bag. What a difference coming down that side of the hill there is. I've got such a big bit of protection from the wind, but now I'm on the Bealach again. It's opened up and it is really bitter. Anyway, let's keep going. If you can avoid the ice, just go around it. Doesn't matter how good your grips are. So it's taken me just over 50 minutes to get down to the Bealach from the summit of An Caisteal up there. There's a couple of bits that were really icy, and I was just taking my time so much to get down. And I've now got this climb ahead of me. On the map, I knew it was steep, but my God, when you're here now looking at it, I reckon I've got a good 40 minutes of decent climbing up there. Oh, this is going to be horrid. So I'm in two minds whether to push on. I've been watching this cloud around An Caisteal or An Caisteal for the last 2 minutes or so. And again, I think it's a repeat of the Merrick, where it's the hill that's making the cloud. Because I'm looking around the side and there's nothing here. It's coming around the side and it's disappearing. My only worry is if I get to the top of here, Beinn Chroin, then I'll be in the clag. I'd rather not have to nav off the hill. But it's looking okay at the moment. I'm about, what am I at again? 870 metres, so I've got about 70 metres of height to go up this little steep bit, and I'm getting eyeballed off a ram with the biggest horns, and it just looks so menacing, all these icicles. But again, it's clear all over there. I think that is just the cold air forming on that hill. So I'll keep an eye on it. If it gets any worse, then I'll just drop back down and straight down this route into the glen. But yeah, let's press on. That's me now on the summit. Not the summit, the plateau of Beinn Chroin. It's just behind the camera there. So what I'm going to do is push on here. As you can see, this mist is still forming just on the around An Caisteal and everywhere behind me, pretty much coming in from the west, but looking east everything's clear. So I'm just going to push on, excuse me, push on, get to the top of Beinn Chroin. The plan was to have a little get a little brew on the go, get warmed up, but just the way this mist is coming in, I don't want to run the risk that it drops even further and starts forming around me. Oh, that was a bit of a slog getting up that bit there, but we're here, and Sorry, my GoPro, the battery's dying just now with the cold. So what I'm going to do is get to the top of Beinn Chroin and then get this on charge and get off before this mist comes in really. So I've just dipped behind this rock here. The summit is over there. I've just put my GoPro on charge, so hopefully I can get that charged up a wee bit before I get to the summit. Everything in the west is now in cloud, but everything to the east is clear. There's some stunning views up here and I'm so happy that I've pressed on to try and get this one. But my days is it windy. Whew, that was blustery up there. Like I said before, thank God I did not come up yesterday because the wind speed was to be double that. I've got to the top of Beinn Chroin and I've just dropped down into this little bit here. I've struggled to find a shelter bit just because of the way the wind's coming. I'm now starting to drop off the hill back into the glen and then I'm heading home. But my God, that wind up there was unreal. I couldn't even get the camera out because I had to charge the GoPro and then I've got no microphone for the phone, so I don't even know how the footage is going to turn out for that with the wind. But the views up there were absolutely stunning. There was just a band of cloud came in from the west and it just disappeared now. It's all kind of raised up again and it's disappeared. Everything to the east was all in view, but yeah, my goodness, testing conditions. And if there's a bit of kit wins the award for the best bit of kit in my bag today, it's the Yak Tracks. These little grips I've got on my shoes, the extra grip they've gave me on this icy grass has just been absolutely worth every penny that I spent on them. I think they were about £14, but yeah, absolutely brilliant bits of kit. So what I'm going to do now, like I say, I'm going to drop off here into the glen and head back to the car, and I'll bring you back when I'm down in the glen, and hopefully it's not as windy down there. You can see in the distance there, that's Stirlingshire that was up. That was the last Munro that I'd done before coming out to these ones. And you can now see the speed of those clouds flying across the top of it. So, bit of food on board and then head off the hill. So that's me back down to a decent level, a safe level. I packed the camera away just at the top of Beinn Chroin because on the way down there was like ice bits on the path that were like 4 and 5 inches thick, so there was constant wee bits you had to negotiate. I just wanted to make sure I was switched on and got myself down to safety. And then you can see when you're down here now how big the Munros actually are. I mean, that one up there, that's An Caisteal. That was the first one I done, and then behind me Beinn Chroin. The conditions are now really clear again, just with a high level cloud. All that mist that was forming has disappeared, so conditions were a lot different when I was up there than what they are now. And that's only been, what, an hour and a half? So it just shows you how quickly it can change. But yeah, 2 more Munros in this area done and in the bag. I've only got Crianlarich and Beinn to tick off, and that's me done the 7 in this area. So I'm going to get a plan, keep an eye on the weather and get out and get them 2 done as soon as. Like I said at the start, I was going to keep an eye on the weather because it was meant to be like a wind chill of -12. I don't think it was that today. My thermometers, the one in my bag, was reading -1 and my watch went down to -2. So this is boggy. So with the wind on top of that, I don't know what the temperature would have come right down to. I definitely don't think it was -12, but it was definitely noticeable. But yeah, 2 more in the bag. I hope you've enjoyed that video. I hope that you've taken something from it. It's showing you the conditions on the Munros. This is in January and just how they can be. As you saw, that the ice just made everything so much slower today, just especially on the way down. Have to make sure every footstep is planted and you're not going to go anywhere. If you liked it, give it a wee thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, with my Munro climbing, my hill walking, then subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on Crianlarich Munros and Beinn next time.